To be or not to be, that is the question. Well, I would say we are being, right? We are definitely being, so there is no question in that. But what I wanted to share in this video, 137, 1 over 137, and what that means, because this is kind of a big deal, and I wanted to present it to you so that you would have a little bit of a sciencey basis to the spiritual realm that we tap into. So what is 1 over 137? It's a fundamental constant in physics, and I do have notes. That's why I'm kind of reading off of them so that I don't mess this up, because I do understand this, but I don't want to say anything incorrectly regarding science, because science is very cut and dry for the most part. But it's 1 over 137 is a fundamental constant in physics called the fine structure constant. It's written as alpha, and it describes how light interacts with charged particles like electrons. And so I'm going to show you the equation right here. And what I found out was that this is an essential interaction, and it's how atoms hold together, how light gets absorbed, and how matter even exists. It's how you and I both exist right now. It's how the stars in the sky shine. It's how this planet is here. It's how the flowers bloom. It's how the animals grow. It's how our bodies are formed. So without alpha, without this constant alpha, atoms wouldn't be stable, stars wouldn't shine, and life as we know it wouldn't form. So that's why some physicists actually call it the cosmic dial, because they say somehow it's tuned perfectly, and it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. You could go on any place in the galaxy and it would be the same. And it has no, it's a dimensionless number. It does not have any units, yet it governs everything. That's crazy, right? We're getting nerdy today. So 137 is an invisible ratio that allows light and matter to dance. So it's basically it's like how we created consciousness into form by setting that intention and creating this experience. This 1 over 137 is basically the mathematical ratio of how our consciousness created this form so that we could remember and learn about ourselves. So I think that this concept is incredibly beautiful. It's so amazing to talk about and to be aware of. So 137 is a clue to the divine order, to the divine plan that we are. And it feels like a quiet reminder of this divine intelligence and how it's baked into the structure of our reality. So some call it a cosmic mystery. Others say it's proof that the universe is finely tuned, which we talked about in coherence. It's all about becoming coherent within ourselves. So we're basically learning how to tune ourselves. And that's why Tesla said, when you learn about frequency, vibration, and energy, that's when you're going to learn about, you're going to uncode and learn about the universe. So that's why on this channel, we're definitely going to be talking about science. And that's why I probably was supposed to learn science and stuff about, the human body, so that I could talk about emotions and all of this good stuff. So I do appreciate all of the background I have, because it just makes it a little bit like I can see these connections, I guess, in that way. So I love sharing that. I love sharing connections that I can make. So anyway, unity, consciousness, and source code. This basically is showing us that there's a source code. This equation is source code baked into everything. So if light and matter are organized by this constant, and everything is made from light and matter, then we are all made of the same underlying intelligence, which is what we're talking about: divine timing, divine order, divine plans. Everything is divinely timed. So a couple of my previous videos were about divine timing. So I wanted this to be a video to help, like, the science aspect of us see this a little bit more clearly, so we can bridge the gap. So we are not separate. We are expressions of the same source code, which is this constant. We are unity, consciousness, and form. The micro is reflecting into the macro. So even at this very small scale, all the way out to the galaxies in the universe, where it's like micro all the way to macro, all of this is reflected in this constant. And so our body, entrusting this code, our bodies breathe, the heart beats, we heal without our conscious mind doing it. Everything happens for us. Our body is doing everything right now. Your body is breathing for you, and you're not thinking about it. And it's beating, and it's doing all of these things, and it's processing food, and you're drinking water, and it's processing it's doing all these incredible things, and you don't do anything except let it, allow it. So you are already surrendering and trusting the universe, because you're surrendering and trusting to your body that it's doing that right now. So that's another way to make the connection of how can you not trust the universe? How can you not trust divine timing? How can you not trust divine order when you trust your body to do all of these amazing things. And so that's what this construct is sort of showing you, is the dance of light and matter together. This is basically governing everything that we're talking about. It's a divine intelligence baked into everything. So this video is just to point out how important and significant this constant is, in 137, and how it becomes a reminder that we're not here at random. This is not a random experience. This is a divinely planned, intelligent experience, and we need to trust and flow with that, and remember that, and remember who we are, who we truly are. We're designed, we're held, we're safe. It's beautiful to remember that, actually. So that's what I love about this. That's why I love the science and the metaphysics, kind of like bridging together spirituality. It's just like the left brain side of me is like, yes, thank you for doing that. Like, thank you for telling me about that. That just makes it a little bit easier when a tough day gets thrown in, a rock gets thrown in the pond and kind of ruffles things up. This helps. So the same intelligence that holds atoms together is moving through us, and life knows how to live. We can trust the breath that we have in the unfolding of our lives. So just like a knife can't cut itself, consciousness needed a mirror. That's why we incarnated here. We wanted to experience emotions. We wanted to experience how to remember the love that we are. Amazing, you know? So it's like when you're playing a video game, you're kind of leveling up and you're learning all these different things, and then eventually you beat the game and you're like, I want to do that again. That was so much fun. I want to try it on a harder level this time, or whatever, you know, 'cause that's how gamers are. I'm a gamer, so I get it. But I'm not like that, though. Usually when I beat a game, I don't want to play it again, depending on how fun it is. But anyway, we entered a duality to experience ourselves through this situation. And then the fear that arose, the fear was sort of the illusion that separated us from the love that we are. So that's the duality aspect. But it was never the truth. So clues like 137 that are scattered through creation, this constant, are inviting us back into that remembrance. So I do hope that any of you sciencey people, that I hope this resonates for you. I hope it helps you. It helped me, so I had to share it. I literally couldn't not share it because it was so impactful for me to see this. And then to talk to my best friend and I about how, like, if your body can breathe, how can you not trust the universe? Like, you're trusting that. You have to start letting go and surrendering and trusting, because you're doing that anyways. Just think about how many things you trust all the time, that being one of them. So the final thing that I kind of want to say is, I don't fully understand like the math behind this. I'm more on the surface level of it, but what I do want to say is that 137 is a quiet echo of this unity consciousness that we are. So if all of these things are echoing that, you and I are, it's undeniable that you and I are one also. So once you know the science, it's like you and I are unity consciousness. We are one. We are love. We are one. And that's why I say that we are one all the time. So if something is so precise, is woven into the atoms, into the stars itself, then I can trust that same intelligence, and hopefully you can too, because it lives within us. It lives within me. It lives within you. And maybe I don't have control over everything, and maybe you don't either. But if we remember this code, we can start to let life guide us, and we can start to trust that it will. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've ever heard of 137 before, and I really hope it helped you. It helped me, so that's why I'm sharing it. I'm sending you so much love.